Okay, well, anyway, I just got the last video processed to my computer, but I hadn't uploaded it to YouTube yet, and might kind of see how well I feel. Just kind of have to be in a mindset to make up tags before I can be ready to start uploading anything, but do just want to say that there's little work I'm putting along to these little doves we did in the last video of this series. I think at this point I'm going to try to work along the lower part of their front head around where the beak is and try to get a little bit taken out of there. And so as for the work we have now, getting this little bit of time in our hand and put a little ways we go about this into what we have, and kind of came this far on this one. Going to take the same little step on this other one here too. Try to get the extra wood away as we need to do, and then sort of I see how the beak kind of chipped in a little bit on this one, so I think we're going to take this one and measure it out to be likewise. Do think we're going to work this other side here, try to take a little bit of extra wood from here and see how this is going to make it come out from the other side. And it almost makes it where this dove, if we're not careful how we do it, could come out to be an eagle instead. And almost kind of makes me think about how it was my poor grandmother, how she, couldn't read because her eyesight was so bad, and she was showing animals in a book to these kids, and this one preacher, she kind of showed it this little girl and told her it was an eagle, but she wasn't able to read the words around there to see that it was a seagull. So I kind of pointed out just little things like that. Even saying that a gazelle is a deer when really it's an antelope, and antelopes are more closely related to cattle, goat, and sheep than they are to deer. It's all just how we work about this thing, see how we make it all come out just how it should be, make it where we're going to come and kind of show how the work shall come and be the thing it's going to be. And so as of how we work the way about this, come on and make how heck a day we see this. Whoa, work. Whoa, freaking work. It's like all the ways we see that things seem to go these days. It's like we see another world in us come to life to us. Oh, I tell y'all, in little times we work about this, I say, we got another beak to work in now, and so that's what we're doing now, working on this other little beak we got here. for this other little dove, I say, and for how it's turning out. It's going to be a little bit of a good piece of work for us to see what it's going to turn out to look like or be like when we get to the end. Oh, the things I say, things we see and do. Oh, I tell y'all, a lot of work comes into this that we do, I say. And when we come down to seeing just what a little dove looks like, it'll be nice. I tell y'all that it's kind of like how, I forget exactly what the breeds are, but I did a couple of little Felton tarsias of little fruit doves and got those put away in my inventory to take to my next shows. It's interesting how we're coming up with all these different things to carry around this year, and how this is becoming a year when it's getting more about helping business grow a little more, get a little better. So I say that business is going to go well. It's going to work its way to us, and see how we kind of make a little game out of this. And so now I say we've kind of gotten the head made out. Going to kind of round off a little top here and kind of make it so we're going to see visible little symbols and lines, and oh, the work is coming this way. I say that, oh, little dove of a branch. And come away, hear what we come to. See, I tell y'all, I got the little head made out here to the front and the back. Got a little work here done, and think there's going to come a moment when we've got to find a pencil here and make little marks in the back to kind of show how we're going to make the wings come in, and show how we put the little place back here where the wings shall be divided up to where they come up to the back. And so I see, oh, work till the day we know no more, and then think about how little time and effort shall make a good way to a good bird. I tell you, and I think about how, I had a great grandmother who, on my mom's dad's side, who loved birds as much as my grandfather on my dad's side did, and how, it was kind of like how there were little things I made for her. I carved her some little doves out of soap. At that time, I was working with wood already, but I wasn't carving wood yet, and that was at a time when it was just probably the Christmas right before her death in March of the following year. So that was how the work came along as of that day and age, to make us see a little wonders and light and cares and, oh, things we know that we do. I tell you all that it's just a little light in a path, and making us so we're seeing brighter days, brighter nights, brighter futures. And it's kind of like how, there had kind of been a time when I once read a meme that said the people with the worst pasts often end up creating the better futures. it's all kind of bad for us all in some ways, you know. We all kind of had it rough in some way, so we all can at least in some way make it better. I'd say that we've carved as much as we can for this video here, and there's going to be some steps to take on the next one we do. But here I'd like to show you how I got the backs carved out here, and there's going to be some extra work to come along in the next. Thanks for watching and take care.